Welcome to Jobs and Pods, the only podcast where real employers talk about their jobs and tell you what it's like to work there. I'm your host, Chris Russell. This will be a day-in-the-life interview for Merck Co. For their next several jobcasts, we'll be profiling various military veterans about their experience as they transition from military to civilian life while working for one of the world's largest pharmaceutical companies. Joining us today is Rene Gonzalez. He works in their West Point vaccines manufacturing facility. Rene, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So if you can, give us some background on your military career. Where'd you start out?
I started my military career in 1988. I was in Navy for 20 years. Mm-hmm. I started in naval aviation working on the F-14 Tomcat.
Wow.
And worked my way up to electrician, aviation electrician, and eventually ending up working and running a maintenance department for eventually an F-18 Super Hornet after the F-14 was retired.
Gotcha. Okay. Did you serve on any carriers?
Yes, I did 6 major deployments, been on a lot of carriers. I did my first one on the Enterprise, did 4 total on the Enterprise major deployments overseas, 1 on the USS Roosevelt, 1 on the USS Kennedy. I did the maiden voyage on the USS George Washington and the USS Abraham Lincoln.
Wow, pretty exciting. What's it like just to see a jet take off from a ship like that?
Well, if you're the one that fixed it, it's very exciting. It's always your job to get them off the pointy end.
Right. Okay. So when you came to Merck, what was your transition like? Can you describe that for us?
It was different, but the same. Mm-hmm. I came here open-minded, not knowing what to expect. But Merck welcomed me with open arms, and my transition was very easy with people here. Mm-hmm. I fell right into what I had to do, learned what I had to do very quickly, and was able to contribute well advanced than they expected, actually.
Right.
After I was explained to me that usually it takes people a couple of years to get the job and start contributing to the company, and I was able to do it within 6 months. My contributing to the company and giving back.
Okay. Rene, how do you think your military career prepared you for a job at Merck?
It's funny because what I do now is very similar to what I did in the Navy.
Okay.
Running a maintenance department was very similar to running what I do now in sterile supply manufacturing because working on the flight deck, changes occur every minute, and you have to be able to react, make good, sound decisions to the problems at hand to get the jets off the pointy end to do their job. Mm-hmm. And the same thing, what I do now, sterile supply, is foresee problems that are upcoming and handle those changes quickly so that production does not have a delay in any kind.
So, from your perspective, Rene, how does a company like Merck support its veterans? Can you give me some examples of how the company supported you throughout your career?
Since I've been here, my area heads and employees and fellow supervisors have been very supportive of my background, and Merck has had their Merck Veteran Leadership team get together during Veterans Holiday and had a luncheon for us. And that was very nice to get all the veterans together. They allow us to do a lot of things outside of work as a Merck unit, and I found that to be very good for all the veterans here on Merck's side.
Yeah, it sounds like they really value your contributions there. So, yes. What advice would you give to other military veterans out there who might be considering coming to work at Merck?
Just be ready for the challenges. It's not a day at the park. It's not easy work. But it is work, and it's very gratifying. You get the same, I received the same gratification I did when I was in the Navy. I'm going home, and at the end of the day, doing an honest day's work, and I get that still, coming to work.
Very good. Well, there you have it, folks. Rene, thank you for your service to your country, and thank you for your time today.
All right, thank you.
All right, to apply for jobs with Merck & Company, visit them online at merck.com. That's MERCK, and click on careers. To hear past jobcasts with Merck, you can visit jobsandpods.com, and they're also on the Merck website as well. Don't forget you can find their jobcasts now on iTunes. Just do a keyword search for Jobs and Pods. Thanks for listening, everyone.